welcome back to the Essentials Club. If you are new around here, I am Maddie, and today we're going to be diving into my whole me-made wardrobe. Now, I have been making my own clothes for about 10 years now and have only been sharing these as tutorials in the past like 2 to 3 years now. So some of these clothes span back to my earlier days of sewing, and then some of them are new, like this one, which I literally made last week. For each of the pieces that I show, I will link the tutorials if they are available down below, and I will update links as they become available as well. Now, there's quite a few pieces which I didn't realize, but it was so cool to lay them all out and see in the flesh everything that I have made, and I'm going to share it today in categories. So there's going to be dresses, pants, tops, skirts, accessories, and whatever else there is that I have made. Sewing for me started as a creative outlet, and over the years has just become a hobby that I have become obsessed with. It has also helped me save money, led me down a path of being more conscious and aware of how garments are made, the impact of fashion, and how we can choose to either support ethical brands or make our own clothes from sustainable materials, which we can source from fabric shops or even going to thrift shops or upcycling pre-loved pieces. So I will talk you through the processes, how they came to life, the materials, and other bits of inspiration that helped me along the way. So let's jump into the roundup of all my DIY pieces, and hopefully it can serve as some inspiration for sewing projects to add to your list. So first up, we have this beautiful tiered dress with the tie strap features. It is actually a super simple make. You pretty much just make this little crop top and then add the tiers on. And like I mentioned in the video, you can make it mini, so you can bring it up and have it shorter, or you can go this full maxi length as well. This was actually an old cotton curtain that we weren't using anymore, so I gave it a new life and turned it into this dress. At the moment, it is a hot summer here in Australia, so I'm pretty much wearing it on its own with sandals, but if you are somewhere cooler, you could obviously wear a jumper over the top or a turtleneck layered underneath with a jacket over the top of that, and then some boots and little things underneath to help keep warm and ensure that you can wear it all year round. Next up, we have this cute wrap dress. This one I made about 5 years ago. It is available just as a blog post, as I'm yet to make a video for it, so yes, the video is coming, so keep an eye out for that. I've even sometimes worn a shirt over the top of it, so all you see is the bottom half and it looks like a wrap skirt, and also worn shirts and long sleeves underneath it so you can layer it up on those cooler days. It is a nice thick linen. You'll notice that I try and opt for natural fibers, so like linens, organic cotton, and whatever else I can get my hands on, as that is obviously a lesser impact. Linen as well is just super easy to sew. I feel like it's always flattering, suits pretty much any piece, and I'm a big fan. So how this works is there's one back panel, there's two front panels, one wraps over, there's a strap attached to that and a hole that it can come out through there. The next one then wraps over the top. You then wrap that all around your waist and tie it up to the side, and then this is what we have. Something that you're probably going to pick up along all of these garments is that I like to make things that are gathered, wrapped, and shirred. I feel like they just always turn out cute and they're easy to make, so why not just keep doing that? This one is called the gathered tee dress. I used a t-shirt to kind of map out the top half of this, and then obviously just added these gathered sections on the bottom. Since I shared the tutorial for this, I've added an elastic band into this arm section. I did talk about doing this in the video, but I left mine undone because I thought that's what I wanted, but as I wore it, I think this is more the vibe that I'm into. I have made another one in this beautiful thrifted mustard and pink flowy material. As you can see in both of these, there is the tie section at the neck, that open back, which means you can get your head through this high neck style. And now we enter the world of slip dresses. I've made many of them because they are just so easy to make. You can add so many different details and different quirks to each one. Like this one, I've got one front split and some tie straps and a shorter length. And then other ones I've got a midi lengths with side splits, as well as midis with 2 front splits, color blocks, print patterns, low backs, high backs, low side dips. As I mentioned, so many different variations that we can do with these, which is so fun because that means we can tailor it to our style and our body. They're just an essential to have in any wardrobe, and I think once you learn the basics of making this, you can make so many other garments as well. At the moment, I've got the one video tutorial for this slip dress. I will probably do another video for the mustard one that I have, where it has a lower back and a high side split and just a kind of different style, so I can walk you through the steps of that. So this used to be an old skirt that I found at a thrift shop. I trimmed off some of the top and the bottom to then add these little straps onto and add that little gathered effect. I don't have a full tutorial for this one, but I show how to add these gathered sleeves in the Sewing 101 video. If this is something that captures your attention and you do want a full tutorial for it, I can go out and look for some more skirts and give you some more details of how I transformed it, so let me know in the comments below. Again, just another cute number, picnics, coffee shops, going to the grocery shop, whatever you want. So this dress is a little thrift lip number. It was an old men's button-up shirt, which I then turned into this halter neck dress. It has got an elastic waist along the back, a big open section, and then the collared neck just continues around as it normally would and becomes a halter neck style. One thing again that you're probably going to notice out of all of these is I love to find an old daggy button-up shirt and turn it into something that is more my style. I think they're just such a good template to start with. So whenever I'm thrifting, I always look out for like a nice pattern one or just a good fit that I can then play around with. It also speeds up the process, just upcycling something from an existing garment rather than starting from scratch. So that's always a bonus. This one's probably one of my fancier makes of the DIY collection. This was originally an old doona set that I got from a garage sale. Don't worry, I hot washed it many times before I made something out of it. And it features this ruffled section down the bottom, a shirred waist which leads into a bunched up bust area, a drawstring tie feature at the front, some big puffy sleeves with a final shirring detail down at the wrist. This is my summer party dress, and as I mentioned, for everything I will have the tutorial for this below. So that's all of my dresses done for now. Next we can move on to the skirts. I'm just going to pair all of my skirts with this white button-up shirt. I feel like it'll just go with everything so that we can focus on the garments that I made. First up on the list of skirts is this beautiful linen gingham pencil skirt. It features a waistband, a snug fit around the hip, and then at the back to keep it all nice and secure we've got a zip and a button. This has honestly been a staple for me this summer, pairing this with my white button-up shirt and swimwear and anything else. It just has been such an easy throw-on that you can dress up or dress down. It's a pretty straightforward make. The only thing is the zipper might stump some people, so it's probably not a beginner friendly, but maybe like a middle ground once you've kind of got a few projects up your sleeves. But super simple, essential to add into any wardrobe. Super simple, essential. And yes, again we have another wrap style. This is the wrap skirt. Right now I'm wearing the mini style, and I've also got a midi style. The mini one is the one that I made the video for, but the only difference is the length, which is super easy to change. This one is probably a little bit risque than what I would normally wear, but I like to play it up every now and then when I'm feeling in that mood. Although the only thing about a wrap skirt is it's probably not ideal for a windy day, especially in mini style. Maybe a midi style that has a bit more coverage is fine, as if the wind does grab a hold of it, it's not going to expose too much. It's finished just one big panel with some darts added in down the side to help it wrap around our waist area, and then one big waistband which becomes the strap that we can then wrap around and tie up to one side, and it keeps it all secure and in place. This is a super easy intro piece. I would probably recommend this as one of the top pieces to add to the list if you are just starting out, as it is just like 2 bits of material that you end up joining and taking in. Skirt. Next up we have the silk bias skirt. So this has an elastic waist which is hidden. It only has one seam which you can then have positioned at the front, the side, even have it pushed all the way around the back. So that is the benefit of having one seam. You can choose the placement of it. The reason it's called the silk bias skirt is we cut the fabric on the bias. I explained this in the video, and what cutting on the bias means is that instead of cutting parallel to the straight edges, you then cut your pattern on a 45-degree angle, which means that the fabric drapes over your body nicely, especially with silks. And sometimes I wear this with like an oversized baggy tee and some sneakers for a more casual effect, and then other times I can wear it like with some boots and a fancy shirt, and then also like some gold details like earrings and a cute clutch, and that is my little going out outfit. Again, another really easy make, as it is just pretty much one piece of fabric that we then tape it in to fit our body and add the elastic waist. You know those outfits that you just put on and you feel like your full self in it, you're so comfortable, in your prime? This is what I feel like this is for me. A midi length skirt with a button up feature that literally holds the whole skirt together. I have it on my list to make another one of these, but instead make it mini style, so I'll keep you in the loop with how that turns out. I feel like whenever I don't know what to wear, this is pretty much always at the top of the list, as it's just an easy throw on, and that is what I'm all about. The second, and definitely not the last, shirred piece you will see. It is a skirt which was upcycled from a shirt where I literally just chopped the top section that had the sleeves on it and then shirred this waist area. Kind of got like a little preppy vibe to it. Super easy to throw on in style, super easy to make. Ticks all the boxes. I'm going to mention this a bit later, but it is one of my earlier videos and so cringe. But thanks for sticking around. I'm always working on evolving the quality of my videos and my garments. Can we just ignore the fact that as the day goes on, I'm going to get oilier, the hair's going to get worse, It's taken me a few hours to just film what we've done so far, and probably just halfway through it. Let's keep going. Next we have this skirt, which was upcycled from an old pair of denim jeans. My boyfriend's friend had a pair of jeans that he wasn't using anymore, and he gave them to me and he was like, you can do something with this, and I was like, yeah I can, I'm gonna turn that into a skirt. And here it is today in its skirt form. Again, just a staple to have in the wardrobe, a denim skirt. Wow, I really need another coffee. And now we're gonna jump into my DIY pants. First up in the pants department, we have these culottes slash linen pants, whatever you want to call them. They are the comfiest go-to pieces. I know I'm repeating myself, but they are so easy to dress up or dress down. At the moment it probably looks like I'm just wearing pajamas with this thrifted daggy shirt and these pants, which is perfect for lounging around in home, but then also so easy to dress up. I've also got a brown pair of these, and they are just trend seasonal in the fact that they are lightweight because they're made of linen, so therefore I can wear them in summer with just a singlet or something simple. But then also I have worn them in like freezing temperatures where I have just worn heaps of jackets, even worn tights or something underneath it, and some boots. Can vouch that these will last through all the different seasons. Again, they're a pretty easy make. They do have a zipper involved, so that might turn some people off, but the basic flow of making pants is pretty straightforward. These are probably one of my most worn pieces just because of the practicality of them. I work from home. I know that I can wear them around here and then also be ready to run out and about and do any errands that I need to. I made these cozy loungewear pants in the peak of our winter, so these got so much wear because of this style where it's like a ribbed knit material. It's got a bit of a flare down the bottom and fitting up the top. It's super comfortable to wear around home and does fit in that loungewear category, but it is also a style that when I made these, and still now, is very acceptable to wear outside. So I can just wear it with an oversized t-shirt, with a button-up shirt, and I felt like I was cheating the system. Like I could just be lounging around home and then also go out to the groceries, go to a cafe. Literally the dream piece where I feel like I'm in my pajamas but it's acceptable to be outside. You don't have to make them out of this knitwear material, but this was just the style that I was going for. Again, these are just a really easy make, making just a normal pair of pants, flaring a little bit at the edge and then adding an elastic waistband. I honestly didn't realize how many things I had. I found another pile of things that I had aside ready to go, and I feel like that's just doubled the time that I'm going to be filming now. So I'm going to try and get through these last bits really quickly. So these next pieces aren't ones that I've made from scratch. They are both thrifted items. These were an oversized pair of jeans, and then the other ones were an oversized pair of like denim shorts, and I simply just take them in at the waist. I say simply, but it is a bit of calculating of how much you need to take in, and then obviously it is a thicker material, so you have to go super slow, otherwise the needles might break, but I say that all in the tutorial, so find that link below if you want to take anything in that you have found. Again, if you're looking for a super easy intro piece, you should definitely add these ones to the list. They are just an elastic high-waisted pair of shorts, and there's two ways you can finish this. There's this, which was a part of the cord set. I will link both of them below, which just has a basic elastic waist and a bit more of a puffier fit. And then the other ones that I show you are ones that I have made are a bit more casual that I just wear to the beach, but you don't have to finish them in a casual style. I just left the bottoms raw, and they have an extended ruffle section where the elastic waist is, so that is its own tutorial as well. First for the tops, we have this big puffy gathered sleeve with the shirt body style. This was the one I was talking about that came in the co-ord set tutorial, so it goes with these style of pants. You can even join them to make it a full jumpsuit, or like I've done, you can just keep them separate so that you can style them differently and then also wear them together. I love this top so much. I think it's just got like a bit of character to it. No matter what occasion you wear it to, I feel like it works. It can be casual, it can be dressed up, the dream. Did I mention I liked shirring and tie straps? Now this little crop top is literally the first video tutorial that I ever posted on YouTube. Thanks if you've been around since then, but also apologies if you haven't watched some of my earlier videos. They are very cringe. I had no idea how to talk to the camera and edit videos and just like make it interesting, so I am forever evolving, so hopefully they get better and better with time, but I literally can't watch any of those videos. And the most annoying thing is this video is like my third most watched video, and I'm sorry, the audio is horrible, the explanation is probably terrible, the editing horrific. There is also written out blog post steps for this, so if you don't want to watch that, you can just read through the steps. I have thought about going back through all those earlier videos and redoing them, so maybe later this year I can get around to doing that once I've got all my new ones out out of the way. Again, another really easy make if you are just a beginner. This is perfect to add to your list. This is another number that I made leading up to the festive season. I ended up actually wearing it on Christmas Day. I think it's a really simple statement piece. This is made out of like a lightweight cotton. It has this kind of embroidery detail on it, which I think helps make the shirt. Again, another really easy make. It's just got an elastic wrist area, waist area, and neck area, and then you pretty much just add the sleeve onto the top section. This is literally the pastel combination of my dreams. Got the silk skirt paired with this gathered top. Again, this is a thrift flip that started off as a men's button-up shirt. I'm gonna call this as probably one of my most favorite thrift flips. Ever since the moment I made it, I have worn it so much, and all I did was just trim the bottom half, which then I ended up turning into these little strap things that we used for the drawstring section. I then trimmed this neck hole area and created a hem down the bottom and around this section, which I could then thread the strap through to create these gathered effects around here. Good times. So if you have any old daggy shirts laying around, this is a perfect little number to turn it into. This has a really special place in my heart. As I mentioned in the tutorial, it means a lot to me to be able to preserve this material and now turn it into a piece that I can wear. It originally was a tablecloth, which is why it has these beautiful embroidered and lace details. It features a shirred waist area, a big puffy oversized bit, a high neck with a tie back feature, and then again some shirred sleeves. But it was a bit of a journey actually making the tutorial for this. I had filmed all of this, sat down to edit it, realized that I had accidentally wiped everything on my memory card on my camera, which included the footage for this, which meant I had to have a little mini meltdown and then move on and realize I had to refilm it. So that means I have two of these now, but I did make sure to switch up the second one so that it has a different detail. Therefore I have two kind of different styles, but in the tutorial I show you how to do the shirring as well as how to just leave the edges as normal. Sometimes I will wear this like under some overalls, as well as just with some high-waisted skirts or pants and whatnot. And for the final, is it the final? It must be the final. For the final of the tops, we have this. Again, it has some tie strap features, and it's just a simple silhouette that can be sewn as a crop style like this. So you can wear with high-waisted stuff, or obviously you can extend it. This one only comes in a blog post format at the moment, so it's got the written steps with the imagery, but I am working on a video version to hopefully release soon. But a fun fact is, if you watch the beginning of the tiered dress tutorial, this is pretty much what I show you what to do, and then obviously we add the tiers onto it. So if you do find that you learn better visually, you can just watch the beginning of the tiered dress video, and I will obviously update links in this description as new tutorials come out. I get so many questions about this lemon material. It was in one of my slip dresses as well. I got it years and years ago, and I was just randomly in the furniture section and I spotted this, and it's like a linen cotton combination. I don't think they have it anymore, but in saying that, you know, look outside of the normal sections in a fabric store, or op shops are great for finding really cute prints. It is the end of the day. It has started raining, the sun is setting, my brain is just so mushy from filming all day. But in this video, the next scene will just be the jacket, but I'm filming that tomorrow. I'm feeling so much fresher than I was yesterday. I started to lose my mind a bit after filming for like 6 or 8 hours, however long it was. We've got a new pimple that has joined us. Everyone say hello. Now we jump into the jacket side of things. Only actually made one kind of outerwear thing, which is this. It is a patchwork denim trench coat, which was upcycled from joining a denim skirt and a denim shirt and then adding some longer denim sleeves onto it. Such a fun piece that I feel like you can really layer up when it is cooler months, and then also when it's like autumn and spring and those in-between moments, you can just throw it on with a dress like I have today. This is also one that is only available as a blog post at the moment for the tutorial, and I am working on finding some pieces that will work to create it again as a video format, so stay tuned for that one. Also, talking about jackets and outerwear, I have a few planned for upcoming tutorials. I've got some corduroy to make a bomber style jacket, I've got some material to make a kimono, and whatever else pops up along the way. So that's it for jackets. Now we are on to jumpsuits and co-ord sets. So first up out of the sets, we have this linen jumpsuit or overall style where it's got the button-up detail, which means that you can have it just straight over, or like me, you can have that crisscross effect, which means you can have it sitting up higher and secure, or the other way is a bit looser and means that you can layer underneath it. It features these little side slits down towards the ankle area, and it's just a slip fit, so it doesn't have any zips. It's got this really low back, and you just unbutton these sections to then jump into like a normal jumpsuit. This is another one that I love wearing around home when I'm working, and sometimes I'll wear a tee or a long sleeve shirt underneath when it is a little bit cooler. This one again is only available as a blog post. I am working on a video for it. Next up we have this linen jumpsuit with the tie straps. It's just 4 panels joined together to create this super flowy oversized play suit, and it's made out of this beautiful gingham mustard linen which I got from the fabric store. I do want to do a whole episode about fabrics and where I source them from and recommendations. I'm no expert around it, I'm still learning myself, so that is coming. As you may have noticed, a lot of the times I'll just get thrifted material, I'll upcycle existing garments, or I will probably get some linen from the fabric store. So those are my main go-tos. This one is just so comfy. I feel like it's so nice to like ride around on my bike, wear to picnics. I literally look like a picnic rug. I love wearing baggy shirts underneath as well as just normal tees, and it's just super comfy and fun to wear. Okay, so now we have the set that used to be a men's blazer jacket, which my friend and I thrifted and then went through a whole mental breakdown process of trying to transform this, and it turned out to this little combo. I think it's one of those pieces that you like wear around home and you're feeling confident and you're like terrified to go out in public in it. I don't know if you do that. I think this is really cool how it turned out, but I do like the idea of pairing them separately. Like this skirt would go well with that oversized button-up shirt that I've been wearing. This top could be cute with like a dress or some high-waisted shorts or jeans. Together I feel like I'm trying to be like some sexy lawyer, which just isn't really my personal brand. It was a really fun process. We did it in quite like a vlog style of us just like journeying around and capturing the process. We did share in detail how to thrift flip it, so if it is something you want to make, I have all the details in that video. There are a lot of factors that matter in like trying to find the right blazer that fits well, that has the right length, buttons, all that kind of stuff. So if you feel up for the challenge, this is a good one. This is what I made for a friend's wedding, and there is a video showing how I did the self-drafting process and coming up with the idea. It's not an exact tutorial of this, but if you wanted details of how to make these 2 pieces, I'd probably follow the bias silk skirt for the bottom half and then the cute shirred blouse for this top half, and obviously just don't do the shirring part and you'll end up with a very similar set. Also, if I am making something like this that was for a wedding and like a special occasion, I try and find ways to make it so that I will continue to wear it, which is why it is a 2-piece set. It's got this tie section up the back, a high neck, mid-waist for the top, big flowy sleeves, and then an elastic waist for the skirt section, which then flows down, and when it overlaps it looks like one beautiful flowy dress. Can't even remember where I got this material. Years and years ago, and I just had it in a pile knowing that I would put it to use one day, and did she get put to use. We have made it to the final garment. You're going to be shocked by this, but this was upcycled from a thrifted button-up shirt. Who would have thought? Is not one that is currently available as a tutorial because I was just experimenting with it first before I made it into one, but I'm learning that I should just film these details and then I can use them for tutorials and not have to go out and find things again to then film it. So I'm currently searching for more thrifted button-up shirts that I can then film, so hang on tight. But if you are liking this style and you feel confident going ahead yourself, you can just follow the elastic high-waist shorts and then obviously add it onto the top half of a button-up shirt. So that is the gist of it, but there will be a tutorial coming out in more detail soon. This one again is just such an easy throw on if I'm going out and going for a walk, going to a cafe, riding my bike. I feel like I can just do so many activities in this. I think I just wanted to rush through things and never added pockets, but pockets will be coming this year, I promise. One more piece to show you. And for the very final handmade piece, we have the bucket hats. Thank you so much for the love on this video. This is my most viewed tutorial, and that's probably because it comes with a free template, and look how cute they are, as if you could resist making one of these. Bucket hats are one of those things I feel like once you make it, you get hooked because there's so many different details that you can add to it. I've made some as gifts for friends. I've made ones out of cotton, terry toweling, linen. They're just the perfect essential to have in any wardrobe. I just want to say a massive thank you for all your support on this channel. I have been doing this for almost 2 years now and I'm loving it, and I can't wait to keep creating videos for you guys. Remember, sewing is one of those things that you will get better at over time. I have so many pieces from my early days that I have either taken apart and turned into something else because they didn't quite turn out how I expected, or the details of it weren't perfect. And I think that is the beauty of sewing. Every piece is unique, and whether that's the imperfections that we need to embrace or just adding our own personality into it is what I love. That I know every time I go outside, when I wear something I've made, I'm never going to be dressed like someone else. If there was a favorite piece from my collection of DIY pieces, let me know below, as I'd love to know what you're into, and also if this sparked any inspiration for your sewing projects or for other things that you might want to see on this channel. Also let me know below. Thanks so much again, and wherever you are, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys in the upcoming videos.